We had a team that was a classically underachieving team, had a lot of good athletes, had a number of Pro Bowlers, but had not yet to have a winning season. So there was a mindset that had to be changed, not only with the players, but with the organization.
You know, I can tolerate a lot of things. I can tolerate arrogance, conceit, greed, right? But self-pity is one that just chaps my ass.
Get in here, we got to go fast now. Georgia!
We felt like we had something special going defensively.
He won't make that one.
We were able to draft Jamal Lewis with the 5th pick of the draft and felt very good about the physicality that we thought Jamal was going to bring to that ball club.
Also at the 2000 camp was free agent Trent Dilfer, their new backup quarterback. Dilfer's 6 years in Tampa had been difficult, and he had more critics than touchdown passes.
Some of the louder voices, it was bust, 1 year wonder in '97. Not a great thrower. I heard that a lot. And the reality that I went from starting for 5 years and not missing a snap, and then hurting my collarbone, and now hitting the backup quarterback market was a little disappointing. And the one thing I went into that quote unquote free agency period, the perspective I had was I wasn't going to settle. I was going to go to a place where I could develop my skills, become a better player, and prove to people that the kind of the archaic system that I had been through in Tampa wasn't me.
So it appears we have the end of the Deflategate saga. I have made the difficult decision to no longer proceed with the legal process.
To see one of your best friends not get to suit up and play with you over something we won't get into, but it's kind of, you get that if feeling, like that's some ugh, ugh.
To the end line, touch and go. That's what we need.
Coach Belichick's a machine.
Yeah, because you're not right. You can't run fast. Same thing that happens in the game.
He'll get up in front of the team, announce what happened, and we're moving on.
I knew that we had a veteran team, but it wasn't a veteran team to me. It was important that we got to know one another. And really the only way you get to do that is through adversity. And I was willing and prepared to create it. I want to see how miserable we can get today. Yeah. And who enjoys it? There were some dog days, and we got to know one another. Punch it, let's go, baby! Don't let me catch you smiling today like you actually having a good time. I wasn't concerned about winning them over. I really wasn't. I've always coached guys that were about my age, or in some cases, older.
We never thought about his age, but we did think about, why is this coach being, so strict with us?
All right, man.
As soon as he stepped in, he was the man.
Thriving or surviving, right?
And we all did everything he said to the T.
When I heard that Coach Coughlin canceled training camp practice to take a team bowling, I was thinking, well, of all the years of missed training camp, now the guy wants to get soft and nice when I'm not there.
I think we all know the real reason why he wasn't at camp. He just didn't want to be at camp.
I didn't go to training camp because 2 reasons. 1, I wasn't sure if I wanted to play. And 2, if I did want to play, I didn't want to go to training camp.
Electing to miss camp cost Michael Strahan $200,000 in fines.
It was the best $200,000 I've ever spent. If they would have told me 10 years ago I could have paid $200,000 to miss camp, I would have paid about $2 million in fines right now.
The Patriots had entered the 2004 training camp with a full stable of receivers, but a shortage of defensive backs. Bill Belichick and defensive backs coach Eric Mangini found a solution. His name was Troy Brown. Number 80 was an offensive captain in his 12th NFL season.
There I am sitting in front of my locker before one of the training camp practices, and here comes Mangini coming in, telling me, you got some reps on defense today, and my heart starts beating fast.
I was in the meeting room, actually, and I sort of just look around the room, and I look behind me. I'm like, that's Troy. That's Troy. I look at him, I said, Troy, what are you doing here? And he says, man, I'm going to play some defensive back. I said, really?
Sometimes you get into a situation where, you do need to do that. And I think it's a lot easier to do it now than it is, the day before the game.
So I go out to practice, and they throw me in for a few plays, and I didn't look too good.
I thought he had a long way to go. I thought he ought to stick to receiver, you know. But I thought with a little bit of work and a little bit more coaching, it was possible. But did I ever think he would realistically contribute? I'd have to say no.